It's the time to get down.
Mike's up, affecting that transition.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Let's get down on the good news train. Have your morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Get the 311 before the morning's done. Laugh until you cry. You can always rely on morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Morning coffee with Mario.
Yeah! Oh, boy. All right. Good morning. Good morning. It is great to be back. It's great to be upright. I am so happy to have recovered from the recent viral illnesses. This is when you learn. You know, you take it for granted, you know, when you're not sick. Then when you get sick, you remember how lousy you feel, and then you change your attitude and you say, wow, this really is a drag. So, first of all, let me just say, it's great to be back, you guys. Let me give you another applause. Over this, whatever I had, it wasn't the flu. Everybody was sick. Vic, you were sick, right? You were sick. Nico was sick. Everybody was sick.
I was sick of bullshit, man. And it's still lingering. I got that virus. I've had it for a long time, bro.
Well, I went through a lot, and as part of that, I got a chance to do some reading. And so we're going to talk a little bit during the news segment today about the efficacy of the flu vaccine, even though what I suffered from wasn't the flu. There's a number of viruses that are going around. But we'll be talking about that today. We'll be talking about the efficacy of the flu vaccine during the news section. So that's one of the things that I wanted to let you know. Hey, check out the T-shirt. Why am I wearing this? One of our good fans, Chester, sent this over to us. And thank you, my brother. Even though it's Houston, you know, I guess Vic said whatever. Well, thank you.
No, man. I got to give love.
Thank you. Hey, you guys, upcoming broadcast, we're going to be doing the Uganda simulcast, working with Meredith Beale, Lasting Value, to continue our African connection throughout the continent. And so this time Uganda, and we're working out some stuff with them too. So didn't get it worked to this day, but probably next week we'll see what we can do to get that Uganda broadcast up there. What can I say? You know, the Africa connection, you guys, it's good stuff. Mm-hmm. Let me get my visual aids. We got, you know, I wanted to, last week we were off. We didn't get to everything last week. And so I wanted to just acknowledge Dennis Edwards. Rest in peace. Temptations. Icon, right?
Yeah.
Icon replaced David Ruffin. Had been sick for quite some time. But I want to just give our regards, send our prayers and blessings out to his friends and family. Again, Dennis Edwards, Temptation.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
We're continuing on our plans for the upcoming seasons. I want some of you to go and take a look at that last show we did last week on Friday. Dr. Mario Hemsley's What I'm Doing. It's all about the stuff that's happening here at Pack Stereos. We continue on that learning curve. Mac McAllister was talking about it this morning on his show. We're adding all this new stuff for the shows, you guys. I got a bunch of new games in development. For one, I've got an artificially intelligent robot ball, Vic, and I've gone on and got a pool table design underway. little
Okay.
smaller pool table, not the full size.
For the
For the balls to play each other,
Gotcha.
knock each other into pockets.
not the ball family.
Not the ball family.
There you
No,
go.
the ball app. That app that we're
Right.
going to be using for that is called Sphero, and it's an artificially intelligent ball.
Okay.
So I'm working on the games, man. We got a bunch of new games. We got an artificially intelligent. They're all artificially intelligent. Artificially intelligent racing game.
Right.
We got an artificially intelligent game with the balls.
Okay.
And then we got a bunch of other shows because we've added 6 droids. Added 6 droids. Everybody say, Mar, what are you talking about?
Right.
We've added 6 robots, you guys. 6.
Right.
And you know I have to train those bad boys. So I'm in there in the room with a bunch of robots around me on the floor, moving and talking and some weird shit. Some weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a motivation behind it. Some of the ladies who are really professional in your network are trying to determine is this some kind of thing that's been festering in your system for a long time and it's now time to get out and play?
It's festered
All right, man.
and run over.
All right, I'm just letting you know. See, you shouldn't say toys.
Well, you know what?
Don't say toys.
I think part of the toy fascination is that tapping into that market, which is a huge market. The market right now of robots is the expanding
the word
market.
That's why I said don't say toys. Say I got robots. I have AI robots. For you guys, they're toys. For me, they're my kingdom. You know,
there you
change the narrative.
Well, that's part of it. You know, they say the difference between a man and a boy is the price of his toys. That's part of one of the differences that they say.
I got to get a raise.
So anyway, take a look. That's coming up, you guys. Artificially intelligent. You'll see stuff coming up. Videos are already been planned. So this time you're going to see new tools, things like Adobe Spark. Go take a look. We're going to be using these new tools to create these videos. So it's coming, you guys. And, our cosplay. One of the shows involves Victor and I doing a variety of characters. Many of you have heard of cosplay, which is short for costume play. Well, let me just say that the whole Star Wars stuff is well in effect. And you're going to see Victor and I coming out with these characters that are loosely based on Star Wars. So that's one of the things that sounds good. Hey, Valentine's Day is coming up, you guys. Valentine's Day. I don't know about you, but for most single men, it's one of the more dreaded holidays because for so many of us, it's a trap. How come men feel pressure on Valentine's Day and women feel like, what are you going to do for me? Not all women, of course, but it is one of those holidays that seems to be slanted in a certain direction, like I said. It seems to be slanted toward the feminine side. In other words, all the fellas are running around trying to figure out what to do nice for their lady. Mm-hmm. There are some ladies, and I've known some in my day, who go around doing exactly that thing for their man. Mm-hmm. Okay? But in general, Vic, it is a holiday that leans toward females, right? I mean, how many? Okay, Max single. How many men out there can't wait for Valentine's Day?
That all depends on if
you hear crickets, right? It's like
unless you're younger in the game, you're trying to impress. And you're in that different mind state, so you've had years.
Well, even if you're trying to impress, you don't look forward to Valentine's Day. That means you got to spend money. That means you got to do stuff.
Watch this. We all have had one or two. He said, "I'll do whatever I can to get her." So you haven't had that experience before, right? You haven't had that.
No, it's just that even that didn't make me look forward to Valentine's Day.
So what is that you're telling the women right now?
What right now is that in general, when you ask men, go around the world.
No, don't
go around the world. Ask men.
No.
Do you look forward to Valentine's Day? Very simple question. You can go into all the hows and whys and wherefore.
That's terrible.
Just very simple question. Just ask men. Do you look forward to Valentine's Day?
Watch this.
And you'll get a resounding.
See, well, there you go. See, so what he's doing. So Mario's about to do a lecture. He's at Morehouse College, and he stand up front and he says, "Man, how should we demonstrate the appreciative value of the African American woman and all women Mario, what would you say for young men that's between 20
I
and
would say
21?
don't use Valentine's Day for that thing. That would be setting up a pattern for life that you don't want to have going. It's perpetuating a ridiculous standard. So I would tell them no. Do things every day. And I would tell the people, the ladies, don't wait for holidays.
There
You
you
got to
go.
wait for that to get your stuff, then it's already a bad sign.
Hey, did you see? You watched the Victor the other day. How do you feel about Lynn when he had to be challenged with that V-Day moment? Just take a look at the video if you get a moment. When you strike a chord, you end up going. There's a male temperature that hits us when you
Well,
push
like I
us.
said, that's why I say most men don't look forward to it,
Yeah.
even though you and I both have been with women who've shown us wonderful Valentine's Day.
Right, right.
You know,
Absolutely.
so we have. I mean, I'm just saying we both know
Yeah.
that that's not the usual either.
No, it's
It's
not.
like, when's the last time somebody baked you a cake?
Yeah.
You know, I was recently the recipient of someone baking me a cake. I mean, just for me.
Right.
Only for me, not for everyone. Just here's a cake for you. And I must admit, that's a wonderful experience to have a cake. It's a wonderful experience. Anyway, get ready for Valentine's Day. I hope that it is what you expect and what you want. I hope you get what you want out of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I hope it is all that and good for you. And if it's not, well, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe your expectations might be a bit much. Okay? But anyway. So again today on Morning Coffee, our topics are going to be in the news. We're going to be talking about the flu epidemic, how it's continuing, even though it usually is expected to be active this time of year. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the vaccine effectiveness. I think I got all my stuff here. You know, I think I left my feet in the house. Okay. And then also we're going to talk about new sports and hot picks. Vic, what you got?
I feel kind of bad, and I don't want to bring it up because we are 1 week removed from it. We missed our opportunity to really, dive into the Super Bowl as it relates to the Eagles. And so we didn't get to have any commentary. The whole thing is over. The parade has happened. Some people are mad that they said there's only 700,000 people showed up, but they were estimating there would be 1 million, 2 million. We're not going to talk about it. That was it right there. That's it. We can't say anything else. There's some spillage that's going over with talking about the organizations between New England and Philadelphia from one particular person's opinion. His name is Lane Johnson, but you guys, if you want to find out what he said about the organization, he says they're not happy winning multiple championships or Super Bowls. On the other side, we are in the Winter Olympics, and so for me, this is the time I look at it when the 17, 18, 16-year-olds are on point, and they usually strike first with slope style, the whole thing, snowboarding competitions of all various types. I look forward to that. That landed hard. If you're not following these people, of course, for the most part, they're making their name at this time. Also, Cleveland reaps the benefit of going with cleaning ass out at Boston. Now, that can be because they're not familiar with playing with certain players and stuff like that. But now, is there a new movement in Cleveland because now they can compete? And as it relates to whether Boston is now suffering because it's a lack of production, we're going to discuss or try to find out. On Hot Picks, the movie's coming out this week, Black Panther. And what
Yay! Black Panther!
And if sometimes every movie has characters that they want to see at least go into what they call merchandising. What we're going to do is look at the women because they are striking, and we're going to look at them as actresses and the transformation to their costume. And who do we think will be the merchandising leader if it happens? And they say, this is the character everybody's going to buy based on what you see. So we got a little profiling of the ladies in action. So that's it, man.
That sounds good as shit. Hey, hello to everybody over at Facebook. Dave Henderson. Elena, what's happening, baby? One of my co-workers from the past. Elena, how are you looking good these days, girl? Got to say hi to all the Facebook people. Mac McAllister. Celeste is out there. What's happening, Audrey? Bobby Carson. Mac McAllister, Gene and Bureau Chief. They're all out there. There are people there that are saying hi, Vic. Alan Lattimore, Michael Raines, Wendy Bautista, Vicky. What's happening? Everybody. My auntie, Aunt Marguerite's out there. There's Donna. Madonna Smart. Jose Venegas, they're all out there. And we got to say hi to everybody. So coming up next,
Hello.
we'll be getting that news. But first, here's one of the more recent slideshow animations. And we'll be right back. Just a minute.
Been a long, long time since I spoke to you, and I know that there's no rhyme or reason to what you put me through. So I take your promises and all the memories, and I play them back 'cause I can't breathe. And you are so captivating, and you are the answer to my dream. You are the only reason, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak. And you are so captivating, and you are the answer to my dream. You are all around me, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak to me. The times you came and you went away, I have learned to love no matter what you say. Though the world's a stage and we are standing round, we can change the way we live right out loud. And you are so captivating, and you are the answer to my plea. And you are the only reason, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak. And you are so captivating, and you are the answer to my dream. You are all around me, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak to me. People grow and feelings show, answers come when you're searching, when you're searching. And you are so captivating, and you are the answer to my plea. And you are the only reason, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak. And you are so captivating, and you are
Yes, yes, yes.
the answer to my dream. You are all around me, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak to me. Yeah.
The sight and sound of body heats.
And I know
That's
I
Miko.
fall to pieces
The work of
when
Victor
you
Allen, the
speak.
vision, the visuals, the eye of Victor Allen. And I get to make wonderful animations.
And I know I fall to pieces when you speak to me.
slideshow animation. A bunch of you have been going over to join up at the website, and I want to thank you for that. Right now, Vic, our membership count is 4565
Okay, good.
over at Pack Stereo TV. And then at Club Pack Stereo, which is packstereo.club, we have over 2,300.
Okay. What about our Latino network?
Oh, man, our Neo-Latino. In fact, I've been actually working on how to deal with that. You want to tell them, Vic, our Neo-Latino
Hey, it just showed you
is doing
something.
great.
Because it's about identified culture. We're floating somewhere close to 47, 48,000 in that area, about to hit that 50,000 mark over there. And don't have to really touch it. You know, they say sometimes leave it alone and let it do what it's going to do, and it's evolving.
We were looking, especially with my experience growing up here in Los Angeles and training in LA County, where I had a 90-some% patient population that was Spanish speaking.
Right.
We really were looking to get some folks involved, and we still are.
Yeah.
Because of the change of what the channels meant, that channel sort of got put, every channel got pushed to the side a little bit, except for packstereo.tv, right? For money, because we were changing what we were developing.
Right.
Lo and behold, the Neo-Latino channel left on its own. That's what Victor's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially ignored as I made over 300 channels, you guys, and only Pack Stereo TV was the active one. But the Neo-Latino channel, because of the folks interacting with each other.
Yep.
Like you said, how many people, Vic?
It's knocking on the door of about 47,000 members.
Wow.
Now, everybody knows there's plus or minuses, multiples and everything, but I think the biggest lesson is you leave the community to expand its identity in any which way they seem fit. Don't try to go in there and try to paint it with African art. That's just an example, I'm just saying. And that's what we did. And a lot of times just leaving it alone, letting it evolve, and don't tweak it.
Yeah, we could take credit for it like it was a master plan, but it actually is one of those things that occurred out of accident, right?
Right. And let's just say this. There's things that are important to every culture in its own way. You know, so a lot of the successes is having a platform. That's a platform. Now, you can go in there and strip it apart and say, well, why does it look like this? And how? I said, because the voices are identifying their culture. They're not worried about how the painting on the wall is. And so,
Obviously.
yeah, that's it.
Obviously.